welcome to another edition of It's Just Our Opinion. I appreciate you tuning in. I hope you enjoy the shows. If you enjoy them, I hope you'll share it with your friends. We don't have a lot of scientific facts for you today. It's just mainly going to be my opinion. But starting out, I was thumbing through the news and I run across something I thought was really interesting. Former President George W. Bush and Ellen DeGeneres and their wives was sitting together at the Dallas Cowboys Green Bay Packers game this weekend in Cowboys owner Jerry Jones's suite, and that's really unusual with today's atmosphere, with politics and people being mad at each other and can't get along. You got an ultra conservative president, a great president, and a very liberal person, talk show host, sitting together and laughing and having fun and just getting along like they didn't even disagree on policies. And wouldn't it be great if we could do that? I mean, everybody, instead of being Democrats, Republicans, and rich and poor and all, everybody could just, chill out sometimes and just have fun with life. Because that's what it's all about. It's just trying, life is so short anyway. Just knowing that these two totally opposite people could sit together and laugh and have fun during a football game. It's great inspiration for all of us. And whether you agree with me or not, there again, it's just my opinion. But I think it'd be great if everybody could just chill out sometimes and try to sit down and have fun with people that you disagree with, but just don't talk about the things that you disagree with. Talk about something that you can be together on and have fun. Guarantee you there was a lot of people shocked when they scanned the camera around and saw President Bush and Ellen DeGeneres sitting there laughing and talking during the ball game. So that's something for all of us to look forward to and just see people like that. It inspires us. Another thing I want to talk to you about is when we're talking about football, I heard a speaker today. I won't call his name. He's a political candidate for an office, and so we don't really push the politics on here. We just try to have fun and hear things. But everybody talks about how dangerous football is. I mean, we hear that everywhere now. And people trying to keep it where the little kids can't play, and even flag football. Little Johnny might get tripped and hurt himself, and we know there's been a lot of injuries in football. But the speaker today told me something I've never thought about. There are more people get hurt in women's soccer than they do in football. Can you imagine that? Now, I've watched some women's soccer on TV, and now them ladies do get rough. Now, the men get rough too, but the ladies, they seem like they'll just trip you real quick and run over you and do all that. But I've never thought about that more people get hurt in women's soccer than they do football. That's something that really interesting. Kind of put that in the back of your mind next time you hear somebody complaining about football. Football's been around for years, and any sport you play, you're going to get hurt some way or another sooner or later. Even tennis, you can turn an ankle or the ball may hit you in the eye. But just remember that football is not the most dangerous sport. I really thought that was interesting. Another thing that's really just been amazing me for several weeks here. We've started watching some of these shows, reality shows. They call them reality. To me, I think they're really silly. But there's shows like 90 Day Fiance, Pillow Talk, and then there's 90 Day Fiance the other way, and and there's Married at First Sight. Now, I know a lot of y'all folks are sitting out there and listening to me right now. Y'all watch these shows and y'all got them set where if you're not home to watch it, they're gonna record and all this. But let's be real. How many people's gonna fly from America to Colombia or Venezuela or somewhere to meet somebody that you've never really seen? You might have seen him on a picture online or something, talk to them on the phone a few times, but you go over there to marry them. 90 days you're gonna date them. But can you imagine that? Man, I just can't imagine first paying for the plane ticket to get over there, not knowing what you're going to get. You know, during all this early online dating stuff, people would say how they really looked and all this stuff, and you know, they'd put some of these actresses' pictures up and all that, and then people go meet them, and they wouldn't even be the same person. They'd be, oh yes, I don't have my makeup on today, or something. But can you imagine 90-day fiance where you're going to try to marry somebody that you don't know anything about? And we've been watching it the last several weeks, and you know, to me, it's better than some of these old shows like Flip Wilson and all them when we used to sit and laugh, because to me, it's just hilarious to see these people get together and don't even know each other, and they talk about how much I love this person, and we love each other, and we're gonna try to make it work. You can't make it work if it had never started. You know, it's like a lawnmower. It ain't gonna mow till you crank it. And these people don't even know each other, but they're together for 90 and spend thousands of dollars trying to get to see each other. And let me tell you, the one that really got me, this was a few months ago, was Married at First Sight. These people show up, never seen each other, and get married. Now, you know, that's kind of weird first. But you know, then you have to watch for several weeks to see if they're gonna stay together. And then little Bobby, he cheats on Susie because, you know, it's just, he's still got friends he wants to see, and you know, but Susie didn't tell Bobby that she got a drinking problem, and it comes out on the third week when they sitting down with a counselor to talk. And all of this stuff, I tell you, it's so weird. How did we get to where we want to watch shows like that? First, who even come up with a show like that? I mean, there's no way that I would meet somebody and then marry him within an hour like this happens here. You know, who knows? You get there, they may really be bad. But they give you, they give them in what, 6 weeks or 8 weeks or something like that to see if they want to stay together. And then you go through all the crying and carrying on. I just didn't know he was like it. No, you didn't know he was that way. You didn't even know him. Never met him. You come to the wedding with a wedding dress on, hoping to get a ring to somebody you don't know. That's weird. I don't know how we got that far. I mean, we watch some weird stuff in the United States now, and you know, it's just hard to believe that people pay money for that. I'm sure these people get paid money, but check them out if you hadn't already watched them. I'm not going to encourage you to watch them for 8 weeks to see if Johnny and Mary stay together. But you know, they are really funny if you like a good laugh. To me, they call it reality. To me, I call it comedy. It is just weird. The Pillow Talk, you have to really watch that, because you got these people sitting and watching them make their moves, and they laughing and carrying on. And I mean, that's funny to watch them watch the other people. But anyway, it's just really weird. But you know, that's just stuff we do here in America now. You know, I heard a story the other day, and this kind of maybe fits into some of this. There was an older couple. Had been married for about 50 years, and the lady got arrested. She had stole a can of peaches from the grocery store, and on the way out, of course, they grabbed her for shoplifting and put her in jail. And well, she went to court, and the judge asked her, said, "Ma'am, why did you steal a can of peaches?" And she said, "Well, I was hungry." And so he said, "Well, you know, you shouldn't be stealing, but I'm gonna be easy on you. How many peaches was in the can?" And the lady said, "There was only 6. There was only 6 peaches in the can." And he said, "Well, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you 6 days in jail, 1 day for each peach." And back there, her husband raised his hand, and the judge said, "Yes, sir, can I help you?" And he said, "Your Honor, can I say something?" And he said, "Well, it's highly unusual to be interrupted during court like this, but yeah, what you want to say?" He said, "Well, I just want you to know she stole a can of peas also." He wanted her to get more than those 6 days, and that's kind of funny. That's sometimes when you've been married 50 years like that, them little moments like it'll slip up on you. So 6 days or a can of peas. Ain't no telling how many days she got with that can of peas. But I thought that was funny. I thought you'd enjoy that. Uh, while we're talking about courts and stuff, I want to tell you, there's been a lot of talk about, the Democrats trying to impeach Trump. They coming up with all kind of stuff, and now even President Trump said Nancy Pelosi needs to be impeached for treason. They're going to go back and forth, and all of that, I've said before, that's going to be worked out in Washington, D.C. We're not going to solve it here in Alabama. But, one of the things that I think they've really got President Trump on this time. I don't know if he can get out of it. But they proved the other day that in 1984 he forgot to rewind one of the VHS tapes when he took them back to the store. Didn't. That's serious. He's done some serious stuff, but that is probably the top of the line right now, is not rewinding that tape. I think we all been guilty of that, but we wasn't president. People wasn't watching us, and so it's I just don't know what's going to happen here in America if we don't start getting along again. We all need to see what our faults are. We all have them, whether it's rewinding a VHS tape or whether it's sitting in a football booth with somebody that you disagree with. America, we need to get together. We need to forget about all this hatred and dislike and try to find good in each other. And that's what I hope we can do. I hope that this show inspires you to do some of that. We've got a great country. Let's get back together. Hey, as I said before, and we say it on every show, everything that I say here and everything that we say when Josh is here is just our opinion.